runners-up last year in 4A high school football. Lost a tough one to Birds up in Williams-Brice Stadium back in December. The 4A championship. Gary Gupton here, the TV2 sports director, along with the voice of the Citadel Bulldogs, Larry Ward. And this is our nightcapper, and the cap-off for Sertoma, if you will, as Middleton, the number 8 team in state 3A football, takes on Berkeley, the 18th ranked team in state 4A football. And I'm very anxious to see the man that's going to line up to our side. His name is John Rivers. He'll be wearing number 88 this year. The prime recruiting running back and, I should say, pass receiver this year. Chris Patterson looking deep, throws off to the far side, finds Riley McElvey. Or check that, it's 21, Tyrone Thomas.
Right through the hands of Doug Campbell covering on the play. 5'11", 195-pound senior. That was a very slippery play because Campbell, I think it looked like it went right through his hands as his hands were up in the air. Interesting, Gary, this is the first time in Sertoma we've seen a team start at the right. They're going right to left. The rest of the time we've started down to our left and come back the other way.
Chris Patterson is our quarterback. High backs behind him, a man in motion. Takes a snap, coming to the side, hands it off inside, and that Middleton defense finds it, stops it. Second down. Just about 1.5 feet to go for the first down. Are they going to give it to him? Nope, you're going to say third down. Stop it right there. So third, and probably the width of your foot for a first down.
This is a Smith-Barney third down. You got to earn it.
Flankers split out to both sides. Eye backs. Chris Patterson, the quarterback. And I think he took a little bit too much time deciding what they wanted to do with this one. The flags are down.
Well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I have this piece of information to talk about one of the officials. I mentioned it last night, and doggone it, she is not going to officiate in this Sertoma Classic, at least up to this point anyway.
Yeah, remember you mentioning that last night.
I'll tell you, and there's a gal by the name of Heidi Smith, who is an official, the only female official in the organization. This is her second year of high school. She's been doing youth ball for about 4 years. She's a teacher at Starl High School. Had a chat with her last night, but she worked as a timer for a while and now works mainly as a line judge.
Patterson with two-step drop, tried to get a quick pattern off to the far side. Nothing going there on that play, but we did get a flag down. Let's see if they get some help from the guys in the stripes.
So I am really kind of disappointed that my official isn't in there, because it was a great bit and I was all prepared.
Well, such is life.
Well, at least I got the information out. And tomorrow, all the kids at Stall, when they go to her class, she teaches a class, when they go or see her around the campus, they can say, hey, you were being talked about on TV last night.
Well, it did work out. The pass interference puts the ball right at the 50-yard line, and with the help of the guys in the stripes, the guys from Berkeley are marching down the field. Quarterback, Chris Patterson, eye backs behind him. Two backs split to this side. Now going into motion, Tyrone Thomas. Coming to this side, deal the pitch back, goes back to number 41, Doug Stewart. Doug Stewart gets across the 50, coughs at the ball, but they're going to mark the knee down.
He was swapped by a Blizzard. Alex Blizzard, that is, the linebacker, 5'11", 210-pound senior. Came over to make the stop on the play with assist from Doug Campbell.
Could be nothing finer than growing up in Monk's Corner. Let's take a look at life among the kids at Berkeley High School.
Well, at Berkeley, I've been in the honors English program, and this year I'll be taking college freshman English, and I think that's really helped me out a lot with, like, reports and essays. So Berkeley has a wonderful calculus program where you can work up to a college calculus class, and with my major, I think that'll help me in taking classes and prepare me for the math classes at Clemson.
Well, we have a lot of AP courses at Berkeley, and they prepare you for college. And all the teachers tell us that the most important thing is to know how to write a decent essay answer, because that is all they ask in college. So I suppose I've learned how to write an essay answer.
I've cheered all 4 years, and it's been a big part of my life, and just meeting all the people and the spirit and everything, I'll probably miss that because I won't be cheering in college.
Thanks to Riley McKelvey and that great reception, Chris Patterson has his team inside the 10. Gets the handoff up to the inside. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, as Chris Patterson aired one out all the way downfield to Riley McKelvey, as we were listening to some of McKelvey's teammates. Here's Patterson.
He's going to beat a freshman here. Dino Coles, the 6'1", 175-pound freshman, did not, from inexperience, get back quick enough to cover, but he does make the tackle on the play just inside the 10.
Second down and goal from the 9. Chris Patterson is the quarterback. High backs behind him. 2 men split out on this side. Patterson takes it, still has it, flips back, gets it off to Doug Stewart. Stewart turns the corner, takes it in for 6 points. Touchdown by
That one looked
Doug
like
Stewart.
he scored it, Gary, I think just the way it's drawn on the playbook.
Well, off the option. Chris Patterson turned it around. Doug Stewart caught it, and here it goes.
Nice fake into the line. Players go there. Quarterback takes 3 men with him. Finally, at the last second, gets the pitch. Patterson takes it on his own and puts 6 on the board.
The extra point conversion is good, as Chris Patterson, man who does it all, nails it through. I guess Patterson kicked out. I didn't catch the number. It was either Patterson or Robbie Kinnemure, and it was, I guess, Kinnemure that knocked it off. 7-0, as Middleton seems to be on the verge of getting knocked off here quite early. 7-0, Middleton trailing the Berkeley Stags. We'll be back with more of Sertoma 1987 when we come back to this.
Dixie Auto Parts, a low-country tradition for over 25 years, is proud to feature the precision line of MOTORCRAFT parts from Ford Motor Company. Now, from Dixie Auto Parts, a do-it-yourself special. 5 quarts of MOTORCRAFT oil and filter for just $9.95. Remember, Dixie and MOTORCRAFT can solve your auto parts needs. For rebuilding, visit our full-service machine shop. Dixie Auto Parts, with 10 convenient locations throughout the Lowcountry. There's one near you.
Middleton Razorbacks on offense, facing a 2nd and 11, trailing the Berkeley Stags 7-zip after an impressive drive engineered by the quarterback, Chris Patterson. This quarterback, Joel Rodriguez, drops back, still has it, ball's on his hip, swing pass over to the near sideline. Mark Evans has it, drop down at about the 37-yard line.
Another great play-action fake as he completes the pass on the short flat. Covering on the play, Kenny White, 160-pound senior, but not before they pick up substantial yardage and make it 3rd and about 2 to go.
Joe Rodriguez was on the receiving end of passes last year from 4-year starter Scott Hines. Hines has moved on now, and so Rodriguez inherits the quarterbacking of this 8th-ranked team in 3A football. Pitch back quickly off to Cedric Van Buren, the leading rusher, following a blocker just the way he's coached. Punches it up well in advance of the first down. First down from about the 48-yard line.
You know, Gary, it looked as though he wanted to kick it into high gear and outrun those blockers in front of him. But you've got to keep those blockers there. But he had a little stutter step and held up that impulse to get around them.
Gerald Moody looking over his defense. Middleton looks over the defense of Berkeley. Let's take a listen to Middleton and see what they've got planned for postgraduate.
I'm planning to attend Auburn University in Alabama and study business administration with an emphasis on marketing.
After high school, I plan to attend Cornell University, hopefully, and study clinical psychology.
I plan to attend Clemson University and major in business.
I plan to attend the University of North Carolina in Greensboro for 2 years and transfer to Chapel Hill to study dentistry.
Middleton taught me a lot about leadership, which I feel I'll be able to use in future experiences.
I feel Middleton has given me the initiative to achieve, and it's shown me that hard work always pays off.
Middleton offered me a wide variety of courses, which will help me pursue any career choice I make in the future.
I feel Middleton has helped me accomplish goals and helped me learn to set them.
Well, the first principal of Middleton High School was John Kicklighter, and he was from Arkansas. And so when Middleton and St. Andrews split from the Razor Rocks, they adapted his college's mascot, which was University of Arkansas, which was the Razorback.
Defense being cheered on there, and well, they should. Joe Rodriguez pulled away from center, didn't take the ball with him. So Berkeley thought they'd just drop on it and take it over from there.
Bubba Bryant, the 240-pound senior, comes up with a fumble recovery on the play. So with 6:50 to go, they're back in business.
Chris Patterson, the quarterback, eye backs in behind him, drops back, gives it off to the second man through, cutting, taking the corner. Doug Stewart fumbles the ball. Then it's picked up going the other way by Dino Coles. Well, now, how about that?
I want to tell you what, it looked like Circus of the Stars out there, the way things were changing back and forth.
A Laker-style fast break is what it reminded me of.
Oh, man.
Let's take a look at it again as Chris Patterson deals it off there.
You gotta watch a play like this in slow motion just to see exactly what did happen. See if your eyes aren't causing the problems. A nice tackle there, causing the fumble. Did not see the number. Dino Coles sweeps it in.
Off the first play after the fumble recovery. It's now second down and about 8 situation for the Middleton Razorbacks. Jim Worden's team did not win the conference last year, which is somewhat of an oddity. Jim always puts together one of the finer teams around here anywhere. They set up for an 8-3 record, lost to Strom Thurmond in the playoffs. Got a good nucleus of defenders to build from. 6 on defense return and 5 on this offensive unit started from last year. A couple of them got it started a bit too early on that play.
That's good to say. Somebody decided to get a head start there.
The greatest league of minds in the country right there, offside. They called that against Berkeley. It was not offsides against Berkeley. He meant to throw the hand the other way. Well, I guess it was offsides against Berkeley. Well, that surprises me because I thought I saw the man on the far side jump. It must have been encroachment.
It looked like a left tackle had moved beforehand to me. But then we're up here, and the man in the striped shirt is down there.
And we're seeing why we're both in our
respective
position.
That one, too.
From the 45, Rodriguez trying that swing pass that was so familiar last year. Swinging out to Johnny Hayward. Johnny just couldn't get enough hands on it to yank it down.
Hayward had plenty of room if he hauls that in as well. Now, that goes back to the second quarter this evening when it was taken advantage of finally, and a touchdown was scored off of it, but not so right there.
3rd down and 4 facing the Razorbacks. Rodriguez steals it. Off back to Cedric Van Buren. He's just about up to the line of scrimmage, certainly nothing more than that. 4th down situation for the Razorbacks.
Robbie White, the defensive end, comes up with a tackle on the play. Well, Middleton had an opportunity, but no chance, or did not move it, taking advantage of that opportunity.
Doug Campbell will punt for the Hogs. He's back. Gets it off. High spiraling kick. Fair catch is called. That is a dangerous play. Let's see if he managed to smother it after it fell from his hands. He did. It is going to be Berkeley's ball when we come back with the Stags leading the young men from Razorback Country Middleton 7-0.
America has plenty of rear-engine riding mowers, yet one is America's #1 choice, Snapper. #1 because of superior performance. #1 because of low maintenance. #1 because more Americans buy Snapper than any other brand of rear-engine rider. Join the millions of satisfied users who have made Snapper America's #1 choice.
In the Charleston area, see AAA Rentals, your Snapper headquarters for sales and service. They're at 3555 Meeting Street Road in the North area. Call 747-RENT.
In the truest sense of a pitch out, that was a pitch out. What happened is on the first offensive series, Chris Patterson on the pitch out pitched it clear out of bounds to the far side, so they're facing a second. There you see the play. He was trying to get it back to Doug Stewart. Doug smartly corralled the thing and ran out of bounds with it, instead of trying to turn it upfield. As Gerald Murdy looks on, obviously that's not the way that brilliant football brain drew this one up.
Now 2nd and 17 now.
A long one. It will challenge the arm of Chris Patterson. He's dropping back, looking downfield, gets it off, has a man open across the middle. Going to be just short of the 1st down, but they'll take it any way they can get it.
Splits the middle between Campbell and Johnson.
Tyrone
and picks
Thomas
up almost all of the yardage lost. Plus,
I'm questioning where John Rivers is tonight. The familiar number 88, as I was saying, a preseason All-American. one of the finest football players you'll find anywhere. Also very talented in basketball, having to make a choice in a few months of whether he'll pursue a college football career or a college basketball career. So far, we've yet to see him tonight. I'm not sure if he's injured or exactly what his status is.
Well, I don't see a number along the sideline.
That pass is picked off. Going back the other way for Middleton is number 22, Corey Watson, as he picks her clean. Chris Patterson trying to connect on an out pattern. And Watson picked it right out of the air.
Mr. Watson, I presume, up in the air and right in time. Steps right in front of the intended receiver.
That wouldn't have been a bad rebound.
Yes, indeed. At 5'4", he can climb it.
Joe Rodriguez mounting a drive with the Stags. I'm sorry, against the Stags. Ball's on the 35. I-backs behind. Two men split this side. Straight drop back. Has a man open in the flats. Goes the other side with it. Number 7 is open. What a catch by Johnny Hayward. That's taking harm's way.
Darrell Fleischer was standing there, but I want to tell you, that's as fine a toss from a quarterback as you will ever see right here. Right between two defenders. And a great catch on the other end.
You got to be thinking about helmets and shoulder pads coming at you when you're up in the air on a play like that. It did not deter Hayward as he brings it down. 1st and 10 from the 14. The handoff goes to the far side. Lance Johnson turning, cuts up inside across the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. 4:13 to go in this one. Berkeley already scratching out 7 points. Middleton trying to do the same.
It's going to come down to the last 25, 30 seconds of this quarter, I think, to determine a winner the way things are going. I get that feeling that something very exciting is going to happen on the next possession again for Berkeley. For some reason, I don't know.
See, I thought you had a bowling ball in that sack. It's a crystal ball. I didn't know that.
Right.
Jerome Nelson punches it up across the 5-yard line.
But if it doesn't come true, it really will have holes in it.
You know, Jim Warden, as many games as he's won, he has never won a Sertoma quarter. That's an interesting stat. Jim tells me he comes into this game, never prepares for the Sertoma Classic per se. They're looking ahead to that first game of the season, the thing that really counts. They just want to come out and get a feeling for playing under the lights, for the coaches off the field, and try to get something going. But if they don't lose, if they lose, they'll take it certainly in stride. Punching it up across to the middle. Number 22 there, Corey Watson. Check that. That was Cedric Van Buren, 23.
Well, they keep chipping away, chipping away. Of course, the clock running in their favor at this particular point because you scored a touchdown, you've got the opportunity to go for 2. And if you go for 2 and take a 1-point lead, you want the opportunity for that clock to be down as low as possible because playing 1 quarter at a time, he who scores last many times will be the winner.
I may or may not be answering my own question about John Rivers. I see a tall young man down on the sideline in street clothes. Favors John. I'm thinking maybe John must have an injury because it looks like I spot John on the near sideline.
Could be right there.
I would certainly hope that John isn't injured because fantastic football player. Enough for the first down, I believe. It looks like the nose maybe just, oh, they hadn't stretched it. Well, there you go. It's going to be just a little bit short. So it's going to be a 4th and goal for the Razorbacks. We want to thank our sponsors for making this evening possible for us. Piggly Wiggly, Dixie Auto Parts, the Turf Center, and the S&S Gun Shop.
And Auto Supply and Equipment. Thank you, sponsors.
All right, here we go. 4th and goal. Off to number 23. Enough for the first down as Cedric Van Buren does what he's supposed to do. Run off tackle and pick up the first down. So they're going to have 4 tries from within, it looks like, the 1-yard line to try to punch this across. They gave it to him.
There they go.
First down for the Razorbacks. That defense that Gerald Moody has out on the field, he's concerned about it this year because it does have a lack of experience. And that can hurt you, as you need the offensive line experience, so too the defensive line, because in high school football, most of the teams will use a running attack just because of the intricacies involved in the skill positions. Joel Rodriguez looking for points here. The pitch out to the far side. Van Buren cutting up inside. Touchdown from 1 yard out. Cedric Van Buren.
And we have to point out here, they took off about 55 seconds off the clock to come up with that score. And certainly you'd like to see a little bit more off of it, but you don't want to see yourself in a deficit situation when you're trying to take that much time off the clock. Great play here. Little move to the outside, and then he's just going to find a piece of daylight to get to the inside for the touchdown. He sees the blocking all going on the outside loop on the left end, and he slithers right in. You know, the Sertoma Classic helps a lot of great young people, and those people are the Charles Webb Easter Seal Center, the Charleston Speech and Hearing Center, Camp Happy Days, and other charities. And it's for that people like the people that are here, who buy the tickets, who buy the program ads, the dedication of the volunteer label of the Sertoma themselves. It's without those people that this is not possible. Because Sertoma means service to mankind, and believe me, hats off to the Sertoma people here in the Charleston area. They are great people, and it's a great cause, not only to display the bands and the cheerleaders and the spirit and the football players and teams, but also to display
Channel 2 to have the privilege of covering this thing live for the last 3 years now. We look forward to a long and wonderful relationship. Cedric Van Buren for the two-point conversion. Scampering, got it. As they take the lead on that beautiful move to the right.
They just could not keep him out of there. And now you've got a different change in things. Now we got a penalty flag on the play. Let's see. Penalty's going to be against Middleton, so they're going to have to try it again.
Marching off a big chunk there. Going to drop the ball back to about the 16 or 17 yard line. .204 to go in this one. Berkeley hanging on to a 1-point lead now. Middleton scoring just a couple of seconds ago behind Cedric Van Buren. Got a holding penalty against the Stags.
Looks like they're saying holding.
Middleton. Yeah, no, that changes everything. They're going to kick it this time. Doug Campbell's going to do the honors.
Well, this is a 34-yard kick attempt.
Joe Rodriguez will hold. Doug Campbell eyes it. It's down. It is up. It looks good. It is not good. It's wide to the left. You know, that's the problem they have on this field all the time. Greg Davis, how many of those did he miss for the Citadel? Far to the left.
And I tell you, it always looks like it's good from this angle up here.
Tom Moore and I argued many Sunday afternoons on his coach's show about field goals that looked good to him that weren't. Of course, Tom, the former Citadel football coach, now up at Clemson as an assistant football coach there, because his son, Rhett, is a backup quarterback for the Middleton Razorbacks. Patterson's the #1 quarterback here. He zings it out to the far side. Beautifully broken up there by the Middleton defensive back.
I'm surprised, Gary, there was not a flag thrown there, because the defensive back hit the receiver long before the football got there. But it was not called.
1:58. The Berkeley Stags hanging on to a 1-point lead, and hopefully for themselves a little respect. They certainly don't want to come into this game, one of the powers in high school football, and lose it. I-backs behind Fritz Patterson, going into motion to the far side. Now the pitch back near side. Doug Stewart with it, turns the corner, stiff arm. Now coming back, scrambling, still haven't got him down. They're going to say he touched out of bounds there. He thinks he had a little more real estate than they gave him credit for, but they'll take the first down and go from there.
Corey Watson caused him to step out of bounds around the 48-yard line.
Now, talking about a man being everywhere, it was Corey Watson that broke up the play on the far side on that pass. Corey Watson comes to the near side and prevents what could have been a touchdown.
He does not let the grass grow under his feet out there.
Chris Patterson is the quarterback. First down. Swing pass to the near side. Tried to get it over across to Tyrone Thomas. Thomas just a little behind the pass. Sertoma is winding down. And miraculously, we've seen nary a raindrop. I was talking with Charlie Hall Jr., a weathercaster Channel 2, and he told me playing conditions, when you figure the heat out here and the humidity, somewhere around 100 to 110 degrees on the field, even at this late hour.
It's about that up here, too.
At least. Chris Patterson drops back, has a man open. Will he connect? Oh! He had Riley McElvey, the young man who came up with that great reception a few minutes ago that set up that Berkeley touchdown, almost dove out for a circus catch.
Dino Coles and Corey Watson were both beat on the play, but they just couldn't quite stretch the fingers enough to come up with a reception.
Here it is again. Patterson.
This is a great stretch, too, by the intended receiver. He was about 2 inches taller and had about another half a foot stride. He'd have 2 more steps, he'd have been in the hit zone with a football.
Patterson going to try it again. Nope, hands it off short. Coming to this side. Stewart with it again. Comes across. Now, there's no mistaking, he is not a Mike Dingle. We have very few Mike Dingles that come along. Of course, the young man headed for the University of South Carolina, their star running back from last year. But Doug Stewart is going to have to step up and fill that role to grind out what the Berkeley Stags are going to need from the running attack.
That was a great draw play there because everybody was looking for the pass once again. Just a little delayed draw on the inside. Now they want a timeout.
54 seconds left, so Middleton's going to get a break as Berkeley calls for a timeout to set some strategy.
The overall Pro Spirit Award for tonight will be presented along with the...
Well, while we have a moment, I want to remind and I want to thank the opportunity for working with you for the first time ever, Channel 2, for inviting me to join this little party. I've had a ball and look forward to it hopefully again.
Well, it was our pleasure, Larry. On behalf of the entire staff and management of Channel 2, I'd just like to say the check's in the mail. How about that outfit?
There you go. There's number 82.
Chuck. I guess it's Spidey. I guess he pronounces that. Only his hairdresser knows for sure.
I grew up in the northwest part of this country on a ranch. That looks like a job that a sheep herder did. It's been at too long on the open range.
Patterson. Oh, they just about smothered that for naught, but not before Keith Wilson can turn it into a first down. They had a 4th and about 1. Went for broke and almost broke it.
That's Denny Terry, the nose guard, 5'5", 180-pound senior that nearly wrapped that up in the backfield.
It was Terry, an all-conference nose guard. Patterson rolling out, finding pressure. The pressure found him.
This time he got to it.
Jerome Nelson, one of the guys in on the tackle there.
Don Terry once again.
Seconds left. Berkeley facing a second down and a very long 25 yards to go. They're calling it officially 21 yards. But I audited math class in college.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
High backs, Chris Patterson looking for the second man through. Gets it off to Doug Stewart. The Middleton defense is really starting to swarm this thing now. And that's going to do it. 7-6 is the final. Not a bad showing at all for these two teams.